The Western Athletic Conference hasn't done a very good job of keeping this whole expansion thing a secret. It's been rumored for months, and it became official on Thursday morning. WAC Commissioner Jeff Hurd announcing 5 new league members with the additions of Abilene Christian, Lamar, Sam Houston State, Southern Utah, and Stephen F. Austin. That brings the total number of Texas schools in the conference to 6. That is tops in the country for Division I. The move also paves the way for football to return to the conference for the first time since it was discontinued in 2012. That'll happen at the FCS level beginning in 2022. What that means for New Mexico State here in just a minute. But first, let's break it all down for you. The 4 Texas schools will join effective July 1st of this year. Southern Utah in July of 2022. And beginning in 2022, there'll be 13 league members as Chicago State will voluntarily leave the WAC. They'll break it up into 2 divisions, with the 6 Texas schools making up the Southwest Division. Now, how does this all impact New Mexico State? Finally, some stable ground to stand on for starters, but as it pertains to football, the Aggies have been an FBS independent since 2018, and as KTSM 9's Colin Deaver tells us, it'll stay that way, at least for now.
For a league that has long been wandering through the NCAA's proverbial desert in search of stability, Thursday's move by the WAC was an answered prayer.
This is not a routine announcement. This is a historic announcement for the conference. It's a move that positions the conference for future growth and success.
The WAC's addition of 5 new teams, including 4 from the state of Texas that will join the conference this summer, immediately boosts the national standing of the league and could lead to added revenue and TV contracts in the future.
Really shores up the geography. You've got now 6 Texas schools. That's more than Conference USA. That's more than the Big 12. It's a big deal in these communities.
The conference will increase in size from 9 to 13 teams and add some powerhouse programs. Sam Houston State football and baseball were dominant in the Southland Conference, and adding Stephen F. Austin and Abilene Christian immediately make the WAC a potential 2-bid mid-major league in men's basketball.
I think an aspirational goal, and maybe a realistic goal, is to be a top 12 conference in the very near future. It's going to force us, too, to go back and look at ourselves and, hey, what can we do to stay on top?
While the league is celebrating the return of WAC football for the first time since 2012, New Mexico State's Gridiron Gang is still on the bench in that regard. The league will return in 2022 at the FCS level. The Aggies are an FBS independent, and though they do want to join a conference at some point, they don't want to drop to the FCS level to do it.
Our die is cast in the FBS. But we're glad that football is here, because if they do decide to transition to FBS, that could be very beneficial for New Mexico State, because that might be an opportunity to get into an FBS conference, one that we make on our own.
The competition gets immediately more difficult for New Mexico State on the court, but make no mistake, this is a positive move not only for the Aggies but for the conference as a whole. In Las Cruces, Colin Deaver, KTSM 9 Sports.